Hi, this is Beata from Splitcoaststampers. In this video, I want to show you how fun and easy it is to use some of your scalloped circles to create a Christmas or holiday tree. You don't need to use scalloped circles. You can use regular circles, squares, try different shapes for a fun look. For my sample, I used Spellbinder's Big Scalloped Circle Large Set, Nestability Set, and Cartabella's Christmas Day paper. First, I took the paper and I just placed it on my junior plate and cut each 6x6 sheet, or not each, but I cut each sheet that I picked with the scalloped circles, and I made it so I have at least 3 of each sizes. I just sat in front of the TV and did that one afternoon. I did a whole bunch. And you'd think you need a lot, but 1 pack of paper is more than enough. I had a used paper pack from last year and I still had left over after I was done cutting for more than 2 trees. So then they looked a little, I wanted to look a more vintage, I wanted a more vintage look. So I sponged the edges with walnut stain distressing for all of them. Again, in front of the TV, just put your craft mat down and go to town. Then I marked them on the back, just marked the center, and punched a hole with my paper piercing tool. You don't have to do that, you could eyeball, but I have a problem. I like my stuff exact. So I pierced all those. And then for my base, I used chipboard coasters. You could use just cardboard or any little bit thicker thing. Again, I marked the center. Now you could just paint this, or you could cut it smaller so you don't see it on your tree at all. But I have this beautiful glitter paper, so I wanted to use that to cover it up. So I just punch the corners with my corner chomper, one of my favorite tools, because it chomps through, it would chomp through chipboard too. It's just awesome. Okay, so then I cover this. You could, in the photo tutorial, I show how to use a crocodile to punch a hole for my base, but you can also use a paper piercing tool. I'm going to show you this here in this video. Okay, so using score tape to just tape the glitter paper down to my base to make it look prettier. Line it up. Okay, now I use the piercing tool and pierce in the center and pierce all the way through, because this has to hold a shish kebab stick. If you're using the crocodile like I did in the photo tutorial, make sure you use a scrap piece and make sure that the circumference of the of your hole is not bigger. It's not a lot bigger than your shish kebab stick or skewer, because otherwise you will it will wobble. So I made it big enough. Now I just add a little bit of craft glue to make it stick better. And go through again. And I used a big shish kebab stick, or out of little ones in my house we use all the time for stuff on the grill. But it does not matter, because when you're done lining up your circles, you just cut it. And I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so now I don't want this to be my base, see the the end of the stick. So I'm just gonna add another coaster to hide that. There. Now you really just, it's better if you let this sit for a little bit to make sure your glue dried and your stick is staple. But what you do next, I'm just going to show you. As you can tell, this is really long. You take a piece of one of your circles and you push it down. The first one, if you want to, you could just glue it down to the base, or you could already leave it off the base a little bit. I'm just going to glue it down. And you take the next one, and before you pull the next one down, I like to have my tree layers about 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch in between. So just add a little bit of glue there. You could add it to the edge of the paper, but then you drag it around your whole shish kebab stick. So then you get it to where you want it, and you can offset your scallops a little bit. And you continue to do that with all of your pieces. Just do. And you can use as many layers as you want. For my tree, I did 3 of each size. You could use your grand nestabilities too and make it even bigger, so you have more layers to make it bigger. Then you move on to your next circle size. And again, just sorry that my shish kebab stick is so big. It probably looks weird when I put. Now imagine I put my last one in there, and you're getting ready to finish your tree. Then however high you want this to be, just make it a little bit higher. Like in this tree, see how I have about 1.5 inches or 1 inch, and you just chop that off. I love to hold scissors. They can cut even these big sticks. And then you use, I use regular star dies. This, I think the second smallest one from Spellbinder's Star Nestabilities. Again, I use the same glitter paper that I used for the base to tie it in. And then hide the end of this with your 2 stars. And just adhere them together. And I ran my stars beforehand through my Siron. Love that. Okay. And you have that, and I was not careful, but I can cut this. Anyway, now you can leave it like this for a more vintage look, or I just wanted to add a little bit more sparkle, so then I used silver stickles on each of my scallops to add even more glitter. I hope you try it out. It's a cute little decoration for the upcoming holidays. See you next time.